Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Long Dark. I hope everybody's week is going well. So, where were we? Still at the northwestern end of the Forsaken Airfield map. Still in the same hut, where I'm kind of inclined to stay for a while, simply because it's comfortable and there is a bear I can plink nearby with relative impunity. That's always a bonus if you can plink a bear with relative impunity. But food is in a good state, because I managed to retrieve all the bear that I killed. Good morning, little nugget. How are you today? I have got this microphone on, haven't I? Yeah. Let me see. I can't remember what I was going to say now. I've explored the island that I'm on, and it seems to be devoid of anything particularly dangerous. Cereal, the food you can eat anytime. That's interesting. Why have I got... Oh. Sorry, I'm just looking at one of my screens and I just noticed it's not as wide as I thought. It's about a pixel too short. My OCD is kicking in. And I can't do anything about it now because otherwise this screen minimizes and it's a pain getting it back. So all is going tolerably well, I think. Let me know if audio and video is all right. And I'm actually talking to you, little nugget. Reason is I discovered why my bitrate was half what I thought it should be. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, it turns out I'm a bit of a klutz. I thought the drop in bit in the used. Let me start that again. I thought the drop in bandwidth I was using was because of the graphics card. Nope. Turns out somehow my streaming settings, the bitrate was set to half what I would normally have. I have no idea why. So I fixed that. And I'm hoping it all works properly. My CPU utilization seems normal. I also kicked up the audio quality somewhat. Right, so let me know if anything twitchy happens during this. Let's get on with this and see if I'm up for another 3-hour live stream. Oh, that's good. No, the bandwidth for audio was some default 160 kilobits per second, so I took it up to max. In principle, I should be able to actually use significantly more bitrate than I'm using, but I might try that at some point, depending on how this goes. Right, where were we? Morning live stream. Let us see where I am. I shouldn't be about to be mauled by a bear. Right. Let's see. Now, actually, one thing I do have to do, which is quite important, is clean up my floor. Oh, I'm all right. Yeah, I got some complaints. Anna, if you watch this, I'm paying attention. So I am going to clean up my floor and put things away where I won't be able to find them later. It is 05:30 hours Greenwich Mean Time. So it's early, but actually, I'm normally, I'm awake at this time, obviously. Let's, if I put everything away, I won't find them again. That, other people will be quite happy. What did I just pick up? Oh! I can put my feathers away, and we all now know exactly how heavy feathers are. What else did I just pick up? I picked up my bow, didn't I? Where's the bow gone? Oh, that's right. I was thinking about making some hooks so that I can make more lines so that, yes. That's something I need to do. That's cured. Look at this. I have a plethora of birch saplings. Let's see. I can't remember, Little Nugget. Were you online for my Warframe stream last night? And I may as well put away this lot. Put them all in a place where I will forget where they are. You know how it goes? Where's my hammer gone? Ah. And look! I made a travois. I can carry heavy bears. Alright, I'm going to leave the wood out. Did all my guts get cured? I am puzzled. I can't put this stuff away because it will vanish, and if I want to eat it...
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Let's see, what can I do with the ski boots? Awfully tempted to keep the ski boots, to be honest. Just because they... well, they look kind of cool. But they weigh 4 kilograms. What can I... That's it? It's awfully tempting to fix them. Are they any good? They give me 1.7 degrees. Ooh. Let's just put them away. Nope. I ought to put away the woodworking tools, but I'm constantly afraid that I will lose them if I do. Right. What have we got? I do want ptarmigan, don't I? Just for the down, to be honest. Oh, hang on a second. I'm still carrying gut, aren't I? I'm slightly surprised. All my gut appears to have been cured, and cured. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I think 24 charcoal is a little on the excessive side. I don't need quite that much. Yeah, 3 kilograms of charcoal. There we go. That's now full. Right. So, Anna, when you watch this, please note I have cleaned up the floor. Everything was there for a reason because it was all curing. It's all put away now, except for the bear. And in principle, I'm The bear should be respawning soon. Although, yeah, obviously I'm not going to see it today. So that does not look like very good weather. This is not a day to be randomly wandering around, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and we've got glimmer fog. Wonderful. You just gotta love glimmer fog, don't you? But no, last night's live stream was surprisingly entertaining. I streamed Warframe, which I have not played before, at my son's instigation. And I'll tell you what, any game that makes me look good when I don't know what I'm doing is doing pretty well. You've got to appreciate it. So, what am I doing? Firewood. I think I can find my way around here. Don't think I need rose hips, do I? I'll grab them anyway. How's your finger doing, little nugget? I should probably... I'm going to grab sticks so that if I need to build a snow shelter, I've got the means for doing that. So that's one more task done. Although if I suffer from cabin fever again, I'll just head down to the lake. I probably ought to plink the wolf on the lake, because I'm certainly going to have to repair something soon. Look at this, I have my own sort of private island. Good morning, Danny. How are you doing today? I hope work is not bothering you over much. Ah, that's what I was really looking for. Yeah, I know, I
just can't sleep.
Doing them early for a while. Don't know how long for. All right. Well, busy is always good.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Ah, yes, you must do, because it's quite late in the evening for you. Alright, do I have enough sticks? I don't quite have enough sticks. 15 sticks and 5 cloth for a snow shelter. Here we go. And I need... And as Lady Q would remind me, I need to sharpen my axe. Or find another one, but I'll settle for sharpening it. Plod our way back to the cabin. In fact, actually, I think it's quicker to go this way. Well, I may have improved the bitrate, but I'm not seeing any huge changes on my end of things, which is a good thing. slog our way uphill. Oh, excuse me. But what was I talking about? Warframe, yeah. I was surprisingly impressed by the game, has to be said. I'm not, as everyone who probably knows, a huge shooter fan, but there was something very entertaining about it. So hopefully I'll be able to enjoy it with my son at some point. And I ought to cook up my fish. Sorry, I'm just thinking a moment. Oh, is that a... It is. See if I can creep up on a little bird. Ptarmigan are not... Yeah, they are I keep wanting to say capercaillie, and then when I'm thinking capercaillie, I say ptarmigan. So, yeah. I suspect if I were to stand up right now, it would be quite annoyed. Oh, it sounds like a broken arrow. Oh, thank goodness. We got one of those situations where it doesn't really matter. I've got more than enough arrows or arrow making material, so that's a straightforward thing to do. I kind of want to enhance the warmth. You stay open till 5. Do you mean 5 p.m. or 5 a.m.? Alright, let's cook up some of my little bits. Good grief. What kind of store are you working in? A bar? I don't think you need to be completely precise about that. Almost 5 might as well be 5. Oh, how much I can make? I can make soup or something, can't I? Yeah. Oh right, of course that would make sense. I was gonna say I was getting confused. I seem to remember you said bakery, but I can't imagine what kind of bakery stays open till 5 a.m. Opening at 5 a.m. I can understand, but that's a good point. I should make some water because despite my massive water cooking session, I've run low. Right, so let me see. What I wanted to find out was ptarmigan stew, broth. I don't have flour. Do I have flour anywhere? Don't think so. I've got cooking oil somewhere. I need salt. I got salt somewhere. Where's the salt?
I can always use more food.
Thought I had salt somewhere. Oh, grief. As usual, I got stuff I don't need. So, what it will be curious to see. Don't think I can see the bear. Oh, I can see the. I'm stuttering. I should be able to see the bear from over there when it respawns. Yes, I'm going to plink the bear again. What am I doing? Eating. Drinking water. Alright, so what can I cook? Broth. Time to cook 39 minutes. Yeah, look at that. Don't think I can make any more, can I? Nope. Yeah, that's only going to take 90 minutes. Oh, this is good timing. And, oh, that's one day I managed to do almost nothing, but, what am I carrying that's so heavy? I don't know. What I ought to do is... And I know some will complain. I'm going to drop my stick here. And drop about a litre of water. Oh, wow. 850 calories for that. That's... the people in Milton. The thing I remember most about the people of Milton is their love of sardines. I don't think I ever found 4 revolvers there. Tell you what, broth is a better source of food than fish. In fact, I think that's better deal than deer meat. That's interesting. Well, I'm very glad they don't allow dual wielding. Although that would be kind of funny. What do you want to bet he's going to wake up because of insomnia? Oh, no, apparently not. What am I doing? Hang on. Huh? Oh, don't tell me. It sounds like the weather is bad now. What am I carrying that is so heavy? I don't know. Let's put some of my cooking stuff away. Where did I... I thought I had... Yes, I do. So we'll stick my cooking supplies down here. Can I eat that? Actually, I don't know whether you can or not. Nope, you can't. You can't drink the cooking oil. So all I need is another ptarmigan, and I can make ptarmigan something or other. And let's... Oh. I'm just going to leave the water on. Be awfully I wish I could find salt. If I could find enough salt, I could make a meat curing box. And with an easy bear nearby, that would be a very easy trick to do. To make enough cured meat. And cured meat is, if not the best, I believe pemmican is better. But,
Come on.
There we go. We'll leave that. And what have I got? Oh, yeah. It has to be said, nearly 4 kilograms of fish is... excessive. Well, not excessive. So the water should cook while I'm gone. Hopefully it won't boil away. Let's go and see if I can find the makings for... Oh, I nearly forgot. Where's my broken arrow? And actually, I need a feather. And I need an arrow shaft. Now I can remanufacture my arrow. I have suspected the game of doing things like that myself, Danny. I don't know whether I'm famous for it, but I certainly have complained that you show up in an area and there are deer. The moment you take your bow out, the deer vanish. I saw that in Milton, by the way. Milton Farmhouse, if you go... can't remember which direction it is. I think it's south and east. There's a pond and river, and there's deer there. First time I finally got to make a bow in Milton, and thought, I know where there are deer. Nope, couldn't find them. They just vanished on me. So the first deer I shot in, I think ever, was actually on the far side of the orchard towards Milton, where the barn is, barn/huts. That's where I ended up shooting my first deer. It's also where I found out that I couldn't shoot from crouched. Brother, this weather seems determined to irritate me. Good morning, Tony. Yes, I'm sorry. There are some circumstances surrounding my streaming early, which I've been into somewhat. Yeah, I'm working on a project, and it requires me to do some of the work at a time when I would normally be streaming. So it hopefully shouldn't take more than a week or two, maybe less. I just headed completely in the wrong direction. But that's all. Oh no, I was going to say I can collect firewood. Nope, not in this cold, I'm not. I'm just going to follow my footprints back. Oh yes, this is moderately freezing out here. The footprints are a useful thing.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
You know what? Every time I see this little structure here, I'm thinking it's a portal from some other game. Sky, Minecraft, something like that. Oh well. And this day is now officially busted, I think. Oh. You... decided it was going to do that to me. Only 1 a.m. Can I ask, Tony, what is it you do that you're still awake at 1 a.m.? Or have I forgotten? And have you told me and I've forgotten? And I apologize if I have forgotten. What time of day is it? Oh, I might as well make more water. Oh, I just had a thought. Oh, no. This is kind of weird. They allow you to make trout stew, but you have to have trout. Why trout? Why can't you make it with some other fish? Oh, right, okay. And the government never sleeps, of course.
Feels like a lot of gear.
Alright, that should get the water situation somewhat resolved. That should be good for a few more days. What do I do while it's howling like a banshee outside? Well, here's what you do when you can't go anywhere. You have a look and make sure your clothes are all working. But given that I fixed everything yesterday, here's an interesting one for you. The moose hide satchel. If you want to repair it, you just need leather. Why can't you make the satchel out of leather in the first place then, within the game's logic? And if I can repair this made out of moose skin with leather, why can't I repair the moose skin cloak with leather? And that is... Ooh. I probably ought to fix that. Repair it. Oh, right. Well, I'm glad I can appeal to the night owls in the United States. Oh, I nearly forgot to eat. And oh, grief! I've got 10 calories left. Why can't they round that up or round it down? I'll tell you one thing I find somewhat confusing. And this is about OBS, like the streaming software I use. It's got an auto detect feature where it will connect to your streaming service and try and determine the optimum settings for your stream. Yeah, that's often the way it works, Tony. So, according to OBS's auto detect, I shouldn't be able to stream at 60 frames a second, 3440 by 1440. I mean, I can do, according to it, I can do 60 frames a second capturing that resolution, but then it recommends I drop the resolution down to about 1800 by 720, 800, something like that. And yet, here we are, 60 frames a second, 1440p widescreen. It's very strange. Yes, I'm sure there's some technical explanation that I don't know. It's amazing the things here. Takes a while. I wonder if there's a online teaching service for OBS. That might be interesting to have a look at. Oh, I don't need that. Where was it? Ooh, my pry bar is not in good condition. I have to go find another one at some point. I don't suppose I can repair a pry bar. Nope. You can. It's a funny thing. I can't repair the pry bar, but I can repair the hacksaw, and I can repair the can opener, but I can't repair the pry bar. I mean, it makes sense, but it's still amusing to me. Oh, one thing I can do is let's craft a bandit. Ooh, do I want to? I need more ptarmigan down for that. How much ptarmigan down have I got? Oh, we're back to 11. Okay. So I found the best way to determine what you can and cannot actually stream is experiment, which is why if you look at my YouTube channel, you see some experimental things on there. That I found out was the best way to determine what I could and could not successfully stream. Actually, to do it, yeah. I'm sure there are experts out there who will probably tell me in what all the ways that I am wrong about OBS. Well, this is kind of boring, to be honest with you. It's not the kind of weather to go idly wandering around. What else is there that I can do while I think about it? Make more water. Let's see. Oh, I'm not that overweight, to be honest. Positively moderate by my standards. Probably don't need to be carrying all that cloth. Let us make another set of bandages. And I should probably consider finding some more old man beard. No, this is, you were on yesterday, were you not? When did I last see you? I'm sorry, I can't remember. I haven't played, there is a female character, that you can play in the game called Astrid. Oh! Excuse me. If you saw me playing Wintermute, there's, in Wintermute, episode 3, you play the story as Astrid, and Wintermute is story mode. I do have a run at Stalker difficulty where I'm playing as Astrid. But for Interloper, I've been playing as Mackenzie, and in this game I'm playing as Mackenzie. So it really depends on which stream you saw and which run or which story I'm in the process of telling. So, yeah. Let's eat my tiny scrap of meat. Alright, now I've got to go out and brave the storm and go and get some bear. Ooh, that does not look nice. Yes, that is Wintermute. Yeah, so that was Astrid's part of the tale. So the first two episodes you play as Mackenzie. The episode 3, it seems you play as Astrid. Episode 4, I think you switch back to playing as Mackenzie, and I don't know about episode 5. So, well, I suppose I'd better put Mackenzie to bed, hadn't I? So yeah, Wintermute is quite a bit different. I'd say it's more forgiving. It is, I think. It's also it's supposed to be telling the story, and it sort of acts like a tutorial as well. Certainly, if you want an easy start to the game, play Wintermute and then jump into survival mode. Problem is, you have to acquire Wintermute and survival separately. So, and I think the Far Territories is not free either. I mean, it's still a good deal compared with a AAA game. And I don't think I have any AAA games, unless No Man's Sky counts as a AAA game. And that I got on sale. Oh, excuse me, and that I got on sale. Ow. I managed to scrape some skin off my finger with a grater the other day. Slightly painful. Ish. And it's right where I hold a fork when I'm eating, so it's a pain, literally. Wow, I don't think I spent that much. Goodness. That's more than I thought it would be, to be honest. I don't know how much I spent on the Long Dark when I got it, but I got the Long Dark during COVID, and I played it on and off. But to be honest, Minecraft was my main focus at the time. And I don't remember how much I spent on Wintermute. And then, of course, right now the base game is very cheap. Right, let's see if the weather's clear, and the weather is not clear. Okay, well, let's go and see if I can't plink some. If I can plink a ptarmigan, yeah. If I can plink a ptarmigan, I can make some broth. Sorry, stew, I suppose. Oh, I could probably make rabbit stew, couldn't I? I ought to try that. Oh, we have the weird fog again. Got a feeling this is going to be quite a calm stream, unless the bear respawns and I get to spot it. Oh, yeah, okay. That's something else I should grab. Oh, I nearly made a rookie mistake rushing down the hill. I love this stuff. Oh, right, yeah, no, I've never bothered with the music only. Although, perhaps I should. Just to see if I can do one of those ASMR live streams where you just play music. Actually, I could probably arrange that. I don't know whether I'd violate copyright, but that would be an interesting one. For fans of the long dark, ASMR music and don't know. We don't. Yeah, we do actually. Now that I think about it, there is some movement in the title screens, and I can actually disable the music and play it from the DLC. I might actually take a look at doing that just for fun. See if I get a copyright mention. Oh. Rabbit pie. Rabbit stew. Apparently today is not my day for accurate rabbit shooting. I can assure you a rabbit in the real world doesn't behave like that. It would keep running. Oh, to heaven's sake. Oh, I'm too hasty. Don't say a word. This is not working out, and I do not want to take a shot there, because if and when I miss... There we go. Finally. I wonder where my arrow went. Actually, in reality, the arrow would go clean through out the other side, and you'd probably lose it. I ought to give some consideration to that, just for the fun of it. See what happens. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I do put on those long-term ASMR streams. You know, rainfall. Something like that. It's kind of nice to fall asleep with that in the background. I ought to try doing a long dark ASMR. Using their own music, if they will let me get away with that. I'd have to do a test stream, see if it complains. I say the worst thing. When I streamed the Aurora concert, which definitely uses copyright music, I did check first, and was effectively told the worst that would happen would be that I was demonetized. But seeing as I'm not monetized anyway, I'm not too bothered. But in fact, while the Aurora music is copyrighted that I was streaming, they do allow its use on YouTube. So... Alright, see if I can make some rabbit stew. I think it's a thing. Alright. Let's go and see if I can make stew out of this. I ought to write a note down. I think the standard menu selection screen for the long dark actually has deer and or wolves that will wander around, so there's some visuals there. I have some music as well. Yeah, that could be kind of soothing, I suppose. It's also a cheap way to get views. Maybe I ought to schedule ASMR, the long dark music and visuals. Oh, I know. While I'm at it, I'll go and remake. What am I doing? Yes. Yeah, because what I could do, you see, because I'm a geek, is I could stream the title screen without desktop audio, run the DLC music on a constant loop in a different program, and use a virtual cable to connect the music to a jack server input on OBS. That actually works quite well. Did that the other day.
Can't sleep.
Oh, of course, he's got insomnia, hasn't he? Alright, let's see if I've got the ink to make rabbits. I think you can make rabbit stew. Let's see. Probably should have checked before I did this. Rabbit stew. Oh, of course, I would need flour. Don't have that. They all require flour, don't they? And what else have we got? Acorn, cooking oil, ptarmigan, rabbit pie requires flour. Rose hip pie requires flour. What else have we got? Did I not see flour around here somewhere? Apparently not. No flour? Nope. Must have been a different game, because I know I came across it at one point. That's my stores. Oh, alright. And I don't suppose they... Yeah. Okay, so the rabbits. I should have checked the recipes before I did this. Never mind. Let's harvest my rabbits, I suppose. What am I doing? Rabbit. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to drop the rabbit outside, come back for it later. And... Having the broth around seems like a good idea, to be honest. Oh, I might as well get the firewood. That's the good thing about regular blizzards. Oh, look at that! We have nice weather. Let's see if I can spot. I can't remember how many days it's been since I shot the bear. Because typically it's 3 days, real-time days, before it respawns. 3 real-time days in which you actually play the game. So when did I shoot the bear? Must have been sort of Friday. Yes, it would. I was very bemused when I encountered a carrot for the first time. As far as I know, all you can really do with the carrots is eat them. Oh, here's something for you, Danny. If you don't harvest those, they will despawn. Oh, did it auto-close the door? I'm just going to drop the tinder plugs. So, I can't see the plane from here, so I can't see the bear if it's up and around. So let's go and take a look. Oh, right. Okay. I would imagine, though, that the carrot would be better off raw if you're trying to combat vitamin C. Combat scurvy. Because vitamin C is denatured by being cooked. Somewhat. Ooh. I've got to be a bit more careful. Let's see if I can, see if I can find a suitable promontory. Oh, is that a... I know I saw a little bird here. Yep, look at that. Hello. And yep.
Too much stuff to carry.
Yeah, I haven't found any recipe cards. Then it's entirely possible I haven't looked hard enough. Ah, there we go. That's the view I wanted. The most useful thing in terms of recipes I found so far is actually porridge. When I was at the Forsaken Airfield, which you can actually see from here. Mind you, my draw distance is set very long. I was distinctly running out of food, and so I got through the night by making porridge. Well, so, last seen, the bear was in that region. It's a bit questionable whether I'll be able to see it, to be honest, because I should be seeing other animals. And I am not. Why can't I see the deer? Is it simply that I'm too far away? Drat. That means I'm going to have to go down there and physically check in person. Oh, right. That would be... Oh, what do they call her? The Grey Lady? Big house. You interact with her in Wintermute. The big house on the hill. Why can't I see the deer? No. No, there are no shotguns in the game. It would be a good idea because there would be... I don't know. I don't know what the statistics are for northern Canada, but I would have thought there would certainly be shotguns around. I mean, if we had the zombie apocalypse in England, you're probably going to find shotguns more easily than other firearms. A lot of farms have shotguns, even with our firearms laws. There's still a fair number of firearms owners, and shotguns and a farm almost go hand in hand. And some of the farmers, depending on what they're farming, do have legitimate reason. Because foxes can actually be a problem for sheep farmers. And in fact, regular dogs, can be a very real problem for sheep farmers in this country because... and I'm not talking feral dogs, I'm talking, domesticated dogs that get out and go off on their own. And yeah, though they can apparently be quite a problem for farmers because they'll kill the sheep sometimes. And I wouldn't blame a farmer at all if he came across a dog on his property that was eyeing his sheep in a suspicious fashion. I don't know where I'm going, really. I don't really feel like going down that way. I'm just kind of curious to know why I can't see any of the wildlife. Yep. Although I imagine coyotes would be a bigger problem because wolves are not that common. Interesting thing is, sorry, excuse me. Wolves were reintroduced to, I think it was Yellowstone, and it has been subsequently demonstrated that the reintroduction of wolves into Yellowstone has benefited the local ecosystem. It's a much more healthy ecosystem now than it was when there were no wolves there. And I would have to look up the study to try and explain exactly why, but yeah. If essentially you manage to create a balance between the predator-prey environment, it's good for the environment overall to have a proper balance of predators and prey. So if you go and shoot all the predators from a region, you do actually, or can actually, negatively impact the environment, so it becomes less healthy. Again, if anybody's ever really interested, I'd have to look up the study. Oh yes, that is. Thank you. Yes, that is exactly what I was probably looking for. Overgrazing will destroy the environment for the herbivores. I should, now that I've thought about it, I should actually go try and look up the study and maybe read it online. It won't be the first time I've done something like that. It is somewhat horrifying just how much the overpopulation of humanity has destroyed sections of our environment. I mean, it's very hard to argue against it, to be honest. I've done this particular rant before. It's not a rant per se. People like to say, oh, there was a time we used to live in balance with nature. The only reason we lived in balance with nature was because there were so few of us. I mean, I'm trying to remember. Here in Britain, I think just about, and I could be wrong about this, but I don't think so, just about all land below 2,500 feet in altitude has in some way been affected by humanity, and I don't mean recently either. Essentially, as long as human beings... Oh yes, no. I mean, we've got the resources as they exist right now to feed far more than 8 billion people. But getting the food to people is still the biggest problem. That and capitalism, I would imagine. I mean, can you imagine a government essentially giving or taking on the feeding and maintenance of an entire other country, even if they could afford to do so? Even, they're not going to do it, not unless they're paid, and if they're in a position to feed a starving country, well, that starving country is not going to have the ability to pay. And under the rules of capitalism, that basically means you do nothing about it. And if you do, you've got some major problems there as well. Welcome back, little nugget. I'm rambling incoherently about feeding starving people. Oh, no, don't worry about it. No, one of the main problems, well, there's a lot of problems. Just the physical problems of getting the food from where it is to where it's needed. You would need the infrastructure to do it. And some of the places that need the food don't really have proper infrastructure for large-scale deliveries, short of maybe by air, but air only takes you so far. What you end up really wanting is trucks on the ground. The other problem is the politics. Can you imagine, and I'm not going to name specific countries, but if you've got a country which is constantly having a civil war, is ruled essentially by a series of warlords, can you imagine trying to negotiate with them to let you feed their people? They don't let that happen. They take the food, which they then use as bargaining chips. So that's not going to happen. The only way to do it would be if you were to march in there and take over the country, and that's got its own set of major problems. Yeah, precisely. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah. It was. If you've ever seen the movie Black Hawk Down, they actually present that in microcosm at the very beginning of the movie. And while it's only a movie, and while I'm sure it's not 100% accurate, it does illustrate some of the problem in just a sort of 5-minute segment at the beginning. Where did I put the rest of my rose hips? I had 80 of them. Oh, I bet they're back at the airfield. Yeah, I wish there was a delete. I wish there was a decent humanitarian solution to many of the world's problems. But unfortunately, there isn't. I mean, yes, there is a solution, but nobody wants to implement it. The only way. Yes. Oh my goodness, now that's terrible. I mean, at least give it to the homeless. If you're going to throw it away anyway, give it to the homeless. Now, of course, you've got um, potential problems with that, but that would make sense. I mean, some of the food that we throw away is perfectly edible, even though it's beyond its expiry date. The expiry dates are deliberately conservative, so, if you got your hand on something and you cooked it thoroughly, you'd probably be just fine. But the thing is that and I'm going to get myself in trouble if I say this, but the only way to deal with some regions which have humanitarian problems would be a form of benevolent colonialism. I mean, you'd basically have to go in there, take over, and then be a benevolent ruler with a proper hearts and minds programs, not some Western arrogance type thing. But that's never going to happen. I mean, yeah, I can say, do you remember the Rwandan genocide in the what was it, 1990s? What Western countries should have done is simply march in there and take over Rwanda to stop the genocide. It would probably have been worth it if we'd done that. I can't remember how many people died during the Rwandan genocide, but it was significant. It was more people than would have died if we'd gone in and taken over. And it would have stopped the problem. Now, then, of course, you've got the whole major issues that now you've got a country you're essentially ruling over. But again, if you follow some good, moral, honourable, decent principles, it could have been done. But the rest of the world would have been up in arms over that. Literally, probably. Oh, I say rapidly approaching 500 days. I'm also rapidly approaching the point in which I need to pay some attention to my bladder. So I am going to do that right now. I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. I'm trying to think of a suitable don't do anything I wouldn't do, including skinny dipping with a shark, but actually that would probably be relatively safe. All right, I will see you all. Well, you will see me shortly, and I'll talk to you shortly. Right. What was I doing? Sleeping, wasn't I? Yeah, he's got the insomnia. I think I've got some herbal tea somewhere, but the simplest thing to do is just push through. Do we have an aurora going on? Don't know. Cold outside. I think we might investigate whether or not the bear is back in season. I really don't want to do it when I can't see that far, though. I mean, I wouldn't personally want to go skinny dipping with a shark. I'm not sure I particularly want to go swimming with sharks in the first place. I'm not a huge fan of the interact with the wildlife thing. I do not approve. Leave the wildlife alone. It's bad enough that we encroach on their territory all the time. I know Steve Irwin is a... Hello, hi Cal. How you doing? I know Steve Irwin was a much-loved figure, and I can understand that. But the one thing I think he did that was very harmful was this whole, oh, that's an interesting animal, let's go pick it up. That's an interesting animal, let's go interact with it. I think he did a lot of harm with that approach to, let's face it, what was entertainment. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. And of course it got him killed, didn't it? Because he went to play with stingrays and one of them stabbed him through the heart. I hate to say it, but if he'd shown a bit more respect, it wouldn't have happened. If you want to interact with animals, interact with your pet dog or your pet cat. Don't interact with a wild animal. Definitely don't do it for entertainment purposes on television, because you definitely give people the wrong idea. Let's see what we've got going on out here. I'm just going to see if the bears respawned. How are you doing, Hi Calroy? With apologies if I'm mispronouncing your name. Where's the wolves gone? Should be wolves in sight. This is weird. I mean, there should be wolves within sight over here, and there should be deer in sight over here. Where have they all gone? Do they know something I don't know? Oh, I forgot. Didn't a wolf take down a deer over here? I might grab the skin. If I can find it. I haven't really explored in this region. I ought to do that. Especially seeing as I have the travois. Nothing. That is weird. Oh wow, that looks like... You know in the game when you see a tree bridging a gap, at some point you've got to go and check it out. Mental note to self, go check that out. We're just going to climb on the wing of the crash float plane over here, see if I can see the bear in the distance. It may be a bit early for that, but we'll have a look anyway. Yeah, excuse me a second. I got an itch. So, this is where I shot the bear last time, from the tip of this wing, and you could actually see it patrolling ahead of us. But they do patrol quite a long distance, so it's entirely possible it's simply out of sight, but I suspect I won't see it again maybe until tomorrow at the earliest. But the complete lack of wildlife is distinctly eerie. I'll wager there's still rabbits running around there. Yeah, that looks interesting there in the left corner. I don't know if there are any structures up there, but it's definitely worth checking out at some point. Of course. Progress is being made. Where is everything? I didn't kill everything. There was still 3 wolves over there. Should probably be 4 now. There was 1 over there. There was 3 deer here. I only shot 1 of those. And then there was the bear. And as I commented when I was looking out here in clear weather, I should have been able to see something. But I'm not. Clothing is probably in the process of getting frozen on me. Yes, it is.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Yeah. Definitely need to head back. I got frostbite in oh grief, forlorn muskeg, because my clothes were wet. I fell through the ice. The clothes froze on me, which I was daft enough not to realize, and that's how I got frostbite. I did not manage that situation properly. Even though I could have done, I wasn't sufficiently aware. I would effectively have had to strip naked in the middle of appalling weather, which I think was included a blizzard, put my clothes by the fire, take shelter, and hope that the fire and the shelter would have kept me warm, and I didn't do that. I'm sure you know this, Johnny, but you can, at least in this mode, suffer from hypothermia or have the hypothermia warning for a significant amount of time while you get somewhere safe. I think that isn't quite so forgiving at harder difficulty levels. Well, at least I'm warm. Yeah, I could make myself another bearskin cloak, I think. Not immediately. What's the requirement for... Oh, let's... An extra old man's beard dressing is never a bad thing. Right, what am I going to do? Let me see. Don't really know, to be honest. Warm up, go after ptarmigan. What time of day is it? It's only midday. You don't fix frostbite. Once you've got it, it's permanent. Yes. Yes, you ought to take a look at my interloper runs. You kind of have to know where you're going in interloper and get lucky when you get there. I've attempted 3 interloper runs, and I haven't even found matches. I managed to survive one day and got an achievement for it, but that's my best. Yeah, no, you can see the red section on my health bar, that's permanent. I lost, what is that, a quarter of my health? So I don't know if I could survive 2 bear maulings in a row now, where I could previously. If you have a look here, you have sustained frostbite. Your general condition is permanently reduced. There's no fixing it. And yeah, this was because I ended up wearing frozen clothes. So it was my own fault, and I should have. I shouldn't have let that happen. So no. You can also get. I think you can get permanent injury from being set on fire as well. Oh, I know one thing I need to do. Where did I? Oh, yes. Nope. All right, let's grab a pelt. At least I can fix me hat. Yeah, everything else seems okay. It's a very useful thing to have lots of rabbit skins around. Ah, look at that. I finally got the timings down right for the water. Alright, let's see if we can find ptarmigan. I nearly said capercaillie again. Oh, grab some food. Oh, I also ought to grab some firewood. Oh, don't tell me we're going to have more glimmer fog. I can hear a funny crackling. Oh, I forgot to sort out the hatchet. Oh, now the weather's clear. Oh! Depends on what you want to do. If you're hunting moose and bear, the rifle is the best of the firearms. If you are going after wolves or getting yourself into a fight with a wolf pack, the revolver is probably the best. You can get more shots off more quickly. So the simple answer is, if you've got both, carry both with you. Especially if you're wandering around. The other thing about the bears is you can take them with a bow as well. A good shot from a bow will bring a bear down. Even if it has to bleed out. I haven't completely taken a moose with the bow. At some point I must try it. But I think every single moose I've shot, in the end I've ended up using the rifle. But you can take it with a bow. But the moose will soak up your ammunition. It doesn't always chase you, Danny. I've had a couple of situations where the bear ran away from me after being shot. Even once in my arguably more interesting live stream where I was making my way from the ravine to Coastal Highway in the middle of a blizzard. I got mauled by a bear, repaired myself, and the bear still noticed me, so I had little choice but to shoot it again, and inexplicably it ran away. So they do sometimes run away, you just can't count on it. Which is, for example, why when I go after this bear the next time, I'm going to do it from the wing of the aircraft. Shooting any animal. Oh, the other place that's good to hunt from is a fishing hut. You can just step back into the doorway and the game logic will then ignore you. So that fishing hut over there, for example, if the wolves in this region all decided to have a go at me, I would actually shoot them from the doorway there, if I can. Not exactly rare, per se, moose, that is. Some places they are a rare spawn. Some places they are more common. I'm trying to think where I've seen moose. Desolation Point. Along the road leading from the lighthouse or on the ice away from the lighthouse towards the whaling station. I've seen a moose there a few times. In Mystery Lake, if you're in the ranger's cabin, there's a moose spawn spot on the railroad, which I've had happen twice. In the Coastal Highway, there's a rare moose spawning spot next to the gas station, the Quonset hut. I don't know about here. In Pleasant Valley, is it Pleasant Valley? I think it's Pleasant Valley. There's a moose that spawns near the waterfall. I think that's Pleasant Valley. Yeah. But yeah, some of the spots are rare. Some of them are more common. Just because you can have a bear in Mystery Lake, for example, there is a bear spawning spot near the trapper's cabin, but it doesn't always spawn there. In fact, I have not yet seen a bear in Mystery Lake, and there are 2 or 3 places where it can show up. If you find a bear cave and There's bones in it. Apparently that's a sign that the bear is around. Still not seeing the wolves. I don't know all the rules about the spawning of bears or moose. No, you can kill a bear or a moose with a bow. I definitely have done that with a bear. You can get single shot kills with a bow on a bear. If it bleeds out and doesn't come after, if you hit it and it doesn't maul you to death, the bear will die. Yeah. The moose, though, yeah, no, it takes multiple shots with a rifle on the moose. The first moose I shot was actually in Mystery Lake, outside the ranger's house, and it didn't trample me. I finally killed it as it was charging towards me, but it probably had 5 hits by that point, which is not uncommon. Second time I shot the moose, I think it took me 7 rounds of rifle ammunition, and I don't know how many of those hit. But yeah, the moose will soak up your ammunition like nobody's business. Worth getting. Definitely worth getting, but you want to do things like find places where they can't pathfind to you. There are some inaccessible spots where you can get to, but something like a bear or a moose cannot. I have never seen a sleeping bear. Not in the game and not in real life. Of course, if you're playing... Yes, that is a valid point. Yep. Oh, excuse me a second. If you can stand on a car, in principle, that's a good spot. Some cars you can climb on. I'm told that's a good spot. I've certainly shot wolves from the top of a car and they couldn't get to me. Yep. Oh, here's another tip for you. Fallen branches like the ones I just harvested will appear after blizzards. If you find coal lying around, always pick it up, because that will respawn, apparently. I have had comments because I wasn't picking up the coal. Oh, I just realized, in Broken Railroad, up near the Hunter's Lodge, there's a bear that can spawn on the lake there. and I managed to lure it across the ice. And on the way towards the hunter's lodge, there is a gate, and you can shoot the bear or wolves pretty safely from the gate, because the gate is effectively a doorway, and due to game logic, they kinda can't see you when you're standing in the doorway, but you can shoot them. However, depending on the location, stairs like this can be good against timberwolf attacks because of pathfinding. However, don't necessarily assume that you are completely protected. On a porch like this, if you are in, say, Pleasant Valley, in the farm... Oh, right. Good morning, Wade. Sorry, I didn't realise you were there. Here's an example of something that's a little risky. I once undertook a fight with timberwolves from the porch in Pleasant Valley, in the farmhouse, and while it was moderately safe, I did get bashed by the timberwolves a couple of times. So this somewhere like here, for example, assuming that this is closed off, if you have wolves milling around here, yeah, they can probably get to you. So
The sun's setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
I think I've got enough wood to last me for a while. If only I could find 10 kilograms of salt. I would build a meat curing box and stuff the bear in it. Anybody know if there's 10 kilograms of salt anywhere here? Definitely a reason to continue investigating the area. Especially with the travois. I could pack that up and take off around the edge of the lake. That would be an interesting little excursion. I ought to do that. Yeah, perhaps I shall. Right, I am going to take a quick break. Sorry, but because I've been drinking coffee since 3 a.m, my kidneys are complaining a bit. Yes, but a small bag is 10 kilograms, so I'll settle for that. Oh, you mean the small... Yeah, the little containers are 1/4 of a kilogram. But I'm sure somewhere around here there's a 10 kilogram bag of salt. Right, I will be back in about 3 minutes. Maybe 4. Don't go anywhere. And I'll see you in a bit. One bag at the hangar, one bag in the bunker, and one bag at the respite. I didn't see... Did I see a bag of salt at the hangar? I don't think so. I don't think I did. And I don't know where the bunker is, and I don't know where the respite is. So, okay, there's a couple of places to find, because that would be useful. I've probably got enough fir firewood here to actually make what I need. What time of day is it? It is, oh, getting on. I need more meat for the night. Oh, we have a relatively nice sunset at least. This is turning into a very nice little island. Do you know what? I haven't even checked out that island yet. If there are no wolves in the morning, I shall definitely have to go and take a look at that. Yeah, I've been in the basement and I'd have to go back and check. But the travois would make moving stuff around very easy, so I could easily go back and then return. Just to check. Okay. No, it's still too early, really, but still. Of course, something woke me up. I think I've been to Justy's Hovel. Yes, yes. Hang on. Is that... hang on. Is that on the way in? No, it's... Oh, I can't remember where it is. Hang on. Need to down here. Justy's Paddock. Is that what you're talking about? This region right here. Oh, no, that's Junker's Paddock. Apologies. And that is the Cargo Master's trailer. And I am over here. So I've actually got some exploring to do around here once I get the... once I get... What are my goals? I want to go check that island down here. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Which direction is it in? Is it towards the vista? towards the road. Okay. Okay. Oh, you mean the final approach? Although that's more like a large helicopter crash site. I want to check the island out. Let's go and do that. Okay. I was going to say, that's a fairly large helicopter. That's actually a very useful little resting place. Yes, it is a big helicopter. It's a fairly large helicopter. You can even light a fire inside it. Doesn't strike me as being the safest thing in the world to do, but you can do it. Alright, let's go. I have not checked that island out, so I think there might even be a body on it. I'm pretty certain I've seen crows there. Yes, you could. You'd have to lure it in, but yeah, you definitely could. I did have it following me. I thought I'd get a shot at it, but it nearly got me because I was harvesting a deer walking away, and that's when I realized it was following me. Ah, at last there's wildlife around. Unless my eyes deceive me. Yep. There's a wolf over there. Yeah, I'm afraid, mate, this is not the place I would have chosen to sit down and die, poor fella. Oh, it's clearing. Probably not soon enough to stop me from freezing, but still. Huh. If it would just warm up a bit. Oh, I don't know what we can do. Let's see. Do we have any sticks around? No, no, no. I should have brought some fire. Did I bring firewood with me? No, I didn't. Alright, so the wildlife hasn't completely vanished. Goodness for that. So I'm guessing the region that you want me to go is over here, which is technically where I was heading for, except I ended up here. And yep, I need...
Can't feel my hands.
I should really try and warm myself up a bit. Didn't leave any firewood over there, did I? You know what? I think I might be able to get some firewood over here. Let's see if I can do something about that. Oh, okay. In which case, I think I've been there. Yes, yes. It's stone building, ruined. Pretty certain I've seen it. What, from here? No. Well, unless you go straight across country, of course.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Oh, I know what I can do. Let's take a bit of a chance here. If I need to, I can always make my way back. I just need to remember to line straight up on the door and go that way if I get into trouble. Okay. I'm actually told there's another, I think there's another house around here. Oh, there's certainly some firewood. Ah, is that an oddly shaped rock or is that a house? It is a very big map.
My fingers feel numb.
I just can't help but think I'm doing something somewhat ill-advised. There isn't a moose or bear I should be nervous of around here, is there? Just got scared by a rabbit.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Yeah, I'm kind of pushing my luck a bit in this cold. Well, if you're in Forsaken... No, I don't feel like trying to gather firewood while I am this cold, to be honest. Is this the same bear that patrols over there near the float plane? Yeah, let's go and warm him up a bit. Yeah, great. Oh well. When it comes to bears, I think the most perilous place I've found so far is Coastal Highway. No, not all. I can definitely tell you, all ice is not necessarily safe. I have not yet fallen through the ice on a lake, but when you're near oceans, yes, you can fall through the ice near the edge. And in Forlorn Muskeg, most of the ice is unsafe. There are safe passages across them, but unless I was being chased by something toothy, it's not an area I'd want to try that with. Oh, great. Glimmer fog. What did I say? Line up here, go straight. Okay. Get to the shoreline, turn right. Follow the shoreline around, and I should be okay. I did remember to pick up my bedroll. This is where you suddenly start distrusting yourself. I did head off in the right direction, didn't I? Yes, I did. And now turn right. Now, I think the ice in Mystery Lake is safe as well. Never had a situation where I've fallen through the ice there. But yeah, anytime you're near the shore, the seashore, That's yes, I've fallen through the ice on several occasions there. It's a it's a shame because if you are near the seashore, you can find useful things like arrows, hatchets, all kinds of stuff after blizzards. Beachcombing in those regions is a survival mechanism. Oh great, now it warms up when I can't see a thing. Oh, I don't need the barrels really. Oh, that reminds me. I need to sharpen up the axe, don't I? Oh, well, that was a bit boring. Ah, well. Grief. It's nearly 8 o'clock. Oh. I think I'm going to start bringing this to an end. I think I've bored myself entirely too much this session, for which I apologize. I didn't achieve anything vaguely interesting. So, thank you everybody. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring this to an end so that I can start getting on with the rest of my day. I have a few things to do between now and 10. Oh yes, I can think of 2 or 3 things I really need to sort out. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. It was a fun little chat, even if nothing much happened in the game. Always, if you want, always bring subjects to talk about. I've probably got an opinion about just about everything. And if it's a subject I don't want to talk about, I will tell you, and I'll tell you. But, so, everybody, leave a like for me. Let's see if we can't make the channel grow, because that's kind of fun to see. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed and you've been watching for, say, the last 20 minutes, you must be enjoying it. So why not subscribe? I will probably stream again 5 a.m.-ish tomorrow. And hopefully, if I'm not too tired, I will probably stream again this evening. I'm very tempted to play more Warframe, seeing as that was quite popular yesterday. In the meantime, I hope you all have a good day. And for those of you who aren't, who haven't yet, I hope you sleep well as well. And I will see you all next time. Be excellent to each other and be kind to children and small pets. Or is that be kind to pets and small children? Good day to you all.